to say based on the experiences that I've had. My talk is not going to be based on the success of business because that's not my experience. My experience is more on what you may encounter in setting up a business, i.e. failures, things that you might have overlooked, things that will make you fall short of certain goals. Sort of like a pointer to give you what you may look out for if you are starting your business. Not necessarily how to succeed, but how to not miss certain things. So my experience, my background, I am a CAD technician by profession. I draw up blueprints for building renovations, and my previous projects are the likes of museums, hotels, schools, hospitals. So the lobbies, the bathroom, the bedrooms, those blueprints, I construct those blueprints. And also, dating further back, about 6 years ago, I completed a degree in furniture design and production. So not only am I equipped to make the things that I design, but I have a deep understanding of how to design it, how to fit it, and how to suit my client's needs. Last year I turned 30. This year I decided I'm going to start a company. And it was in the midst of March, and I said, I'm going to formulate a company. The company's name is Incline Design, with a K, not a C, Incline Design. And the services I offer is design consultation. Say, for example, you want to renovate a house, a home, a property, or a building. Like as I've mentioned, schools, restaurants. I have the capability to consult you in what materials, the cost of your project. If you have ideas, I'm able to develop ideas with you. I also have links and partnerships with other companies that will be able to manufacture your products, install them for you, all of it delivered in one package. Why am I saying this? Because of this history, I thought it would be a good idea for me to establish a company that offers these services. However, I realized in the business, in the industry, I am, what do you call those little fishes? I'm an anchovy in an ocean. Okay. Because the likes of my competitors are people like Martech Industries, Cena Limited, guys like Harrods, guys like IKEA, guys like, there's another German company, I forget. Competing on that level is demoralizing if you overestimate yourself. And that's what I did. I thought, yes, I have a degree, I have worked in these things, I know what to do, it's in my head, but I didn't have a team. I didn't have a team that I would then delegate or break down the skills. Even though I have the skills individually, I needed to establish a team that would say, okay, guys, you are the design team. Guys, let's talk about production. Guys, let's talk about procurement. Guys, let's talk about delivery. And let's talk about client consultation. I thought I could do everything by myself. So then I formulated this company. It's currently live, but I'm taking things slow because in the early stages of the formulation of this company, I employed an accountant because with a limited company, you need documents that you need to file every quarter. I started renting out premises where I would go and do work after work, because we all know, let's be real, even though we are trying to set up our own businesses, we need a steady income to finance the business we're starting up. So I started renting out premises where I would then return after work to do my work. And I realized that I am not Superman. I do not have this energy. So then that was a bust. So these were expenses that could have been avoided if I paid more attention to my personal capabilities, and things that I could have avoided if I did set up a team. So my advice to Mr. Director is, and also mirroring off of the experiences that we've had here on stage, like our fellow entrepreneurs with Mark Born Rich, very powerful. Our experiences with the other sister.
Israel.
Yes. There are points that I've touched on. There's a tenacity that is needed. There is, I was meaning 3 T's, a tenacity. Then there's the goals, right? And I also have to think there's a traction, right? You must have this traction, that you see something. As the E&M has explicitly said, that do something that scares you. In my position, I did something that frightened me, and I got made to humble myself. But doing something that scares you, as we've learned here, the big message is here that yes, we are of an African demographic background, right? It doesn't mean that we cannot transcend or realize our goals here in the West. It doesn't mean just because you come from somewhere where you were owning businesses, you were powerful where you were a CEO where you were, coming here, you shouldn't feel small just because you haven't established yourself or you don't have that vigor, that presence. That you must transcend those fears. As Warren Born Rich was saying, you must do these things, transcend your fears, and go past that barrier that everyone thinks that maybe you won't reach, you won't go past. So as I mentioned, my speech is not going to be how to succeed. It's, yes, go for the things that make you scared, but don't tackle those things that are frightening, because you must be prepared. I wasn't prepared. Currently, my company is still live at Company House, but now I'm starting again at the grassroots level. I have a team of 2, myself included. So I'm the designer. I take care of the designing consultation, the blueprints, and I have other partners now do the manufacturing, and we're growing slowly. And hopefully, as E&M has mentioned, we are all here to learn from each other. You know, I'm open to partnerships. I mean, one of the dreams that I have, as one of the sisters mentioned about community and giving back and helping, right? I don't think we as an East African people, I don't think being a community type people is a disadvantage. I think it's an asset. I personally think it's an asset, simply because in the community, we have members in our community that know how to cure headaches without going to NHS. We have members that know how to help heal certain afflictions without the need of a doctor. Don't get me wrong, the doctor is needed with certain afflictions of life, but we have these members that have this knowledge in our community, right? And my goal is to tap into that community and allow them to be self-sufficient. If you have a doctor in a community, you have a farmer that is an expert in irrigation, you know? You have a herbalist that is an expert in personal hygiene, you know, that does herbs, right? Why not set up a unit that they can all benefit